Pretty big family. Grew up in London, as you can tell. Two older brothers and always in the kitchen, loving to be around food. Loved food so much that I ended up eating too much and had to lose weight. That's how I got into all of this. School, never one of my favorites, but I did have a great time growing up, great childhood, traveled a lot. I think one of the best things I did was travel. My parents took me to France a lot, Italy, and we used to come over to America. Our first trip was to Disney World in 1977. I always wanted to be in TV. That was something that always was a big passion of mine to get into. I love to cook, and I thought, well, hey, I've been able to lose a lot of weight. How can I not show people these tips in a real modern way? So I was reading a magazine that wanted to do TV Chef of the Future, and I won the competition, and all it gave me was a show reel in a studio for the first time ever, and it was horrible. It was, I don't know how I even got a job with it, but I did. The Carlton Food Network said, we'll get you on and you can come and do a live slot in 6 minutes. So I went and I cooked. What did I make? I make salmon in Parma ham, I think I cooked. It was one of my first dishes. And I was so nervous in the studio, and there were 3 cameras, and they go, we're filming live, 5, 4, 3, and then all the cameras rolled. I was nervous. But you know what? It was a buzz. I wanted it, and I carried on. And they asked me to come back. I found my agent in England and just started working really, really hard in the industry to make sure I could get a name and get out there and work in it. I think my passion is ease, and I think when you are watching some of the other chefs, they may have Michelin stars, they may own restaurants where you spend $200–300 a head. Well, if you're spending $200–300 a head, you don't want to see how that's cooked in 1 or 2 minutes because you think, well, hey, that was easy, I could do it. Well, I don't have that background, I don't have a restaurant that I need to promote, so I'm just telling you how it is, basic. Most rewarding experience, of course, was having my little baby girl and being married, having family around. I mean, that's the personal side. Commercially, it stands out so easily. My best experience was not just the TV, which I've loved, but the writing of the first book, because when you write a book, it's there forever. And I got to Thailand for the book promotion, for the launch, and I got to the hotel all tired off the plane, and in a little envelope on my bed was a package. I opened it up and it was Green's Cuisine. I was like, wow, this is just incredible. And then when I opened the 3rd page, it said to Eleanor with love, which I wrote, but I forgot about it till I saw it there. And that's my daughter, and it was quite overwhelming. It was a collaboration of all my recipes over about 12 years. So that's going to be my best book ever because it was a long time in the making. I never thought I'd publish a book. I never thought that would be possible. Well, when I put those together, they are my best recipes. The passion was Thailand. The passion was giving people my ways that I lost weight. All the dishes there are really what I ate to lose weight. Well, number 1 is I've got 80 recipes. Every recipe has a picture. I never wanted to do a cookbook where there wasn't a picture with every recipe because it's hard for people to envision. You know, cooking's like handwriting, so I wanted to see how I should be able to create this, and that's how people can follow it. Number 2, it's easy. And number 3, it's really like a diet book without being a diet book. These are the dishes I ate to lose weight. Just follow my plan. That's it. You don't have to do any chemistry with it. Just make those dishes and hopefully you'll lose weight too. Well, Jane's been a massive part of my career because I do listen to her, contrary to what she may think. I do listen to her. She's got great advice, and I'm a little more, you know, spontaneous, and you can't be like that in life, so it's really good to have that balance. So she's really helped me throughout my career, especially that she's not someone from that industry, and she really has been very grounding. I don't know, I've always been motivated. I've always been high energy. I've always been someone that doesn't sit still. I would work whatever happened. If I won the lottery, I'd always work. That's just the way I am. I love to be in the business. I love to be in TV. I love to create, and these are all the 3 wrapped into one. Well, I suppose everything in life makes you what you are. I think travel has been such a huge influence to me. I always want to travel. I always want to continue to travel. Maybe if I never had that chance, I wouldn't have been that person to go out and try things. I could live in any country now, I think, and I'd love the experience from it. That's one of the major things I've been taught. But I've also been taught a real loving relationship from my parents to really bring me up on the right values, and that's something that I have to pass on. And I think that is one of the most key parts you can ever bring a kid up with. I've always liked to find a niche in the market. I've just written a book which is healthy eating for lower cholesterol. Well, someone goes to a doctor, they told they need to lower their cholesterol. They're being told you can't have this, you can't have that, you can't have this. Well, I'm showing people what you can have. Be inspired, have some great food. Well, I think there's a big lack in the vegetarian market. I think that people do cookbooks for vegetarians. They do healthy cookbooks for vegetarians, but they pad it out with potatoes and pastas, and it's really frumpy. I wanted to focus on vegetables. I wanted to give oriental twist, and hopefully that's what I created. It drives me crazy if I ever see a diet that says you can't have fruit and vegetables. That's nuts. Of course you should have as much fruit and vegetables as you can, but make it interesting, like the Japanese beans or the broccoli and hoisin sauce. You can really be passionate about vegetables and also have flavor, and that's what's so important. I can motivate people because I know it works. I mean, I've lost 65 pounds and that was 15 years ago. I've kept it off. It's not a fad diet. It's not something where people have said, oh, well, how long is it going to stay? You know, a lot of people go on protein only and they lose weight and then they start to fall off the wagon. I've got a really genuine way. I've got some good messages to give. So that inspires me completely because I know it's true.